One picture can tell a story of an era and light up an event that has once significantly affected the wheels of history and now sunk into oblivion. The Flashback, a project that carefully guides us through the past like a beacon. (1965) Queen Elizabeth II awards the Beatles musicians the Order of the British Empire for outstanding services in the field of culture. The Soviet cosmonaut Alexei Leonov conducts the first spacewalk in human history. Meanwhile, an industrial boom is coming to the capital of Soviet Kazakhstan. The legendary Almaty cotton combine produces its first batch of products. The first cotton combine was built in 1961. However, working on it was not easy. Vehicles with building materials were driving around the workshops, and workers sometimes had to step aside from their machines and help with the decoration of the premises in which they were to work. Construction chaos subsided only in 1970, when the second spinning, weaving, and decorating factory was built. Nevertheless, starting from the middle of 1965, Almaty Cotton Combine began to supply its products to the shops. Weavers and spinners worked here. In this obviously staged photograph, one can see some of them. Leading the small group is an engineer or instructor, and not necessarily a local one. Specialists for the combine were coming from all over the Union. They came to work here from the largest textile centers in Ivanovo, Barnaul, Kamyshin, Tashkent, and Osh. In the workshops of Almaty Cotton Combine, more than 6,209 units of technological equipment, mainly automated, were installed. But this does not mean that the work of the weavers and spinners was easy. Not at all. Each employee was in charge of 2 or even more machines. The work of each of them had to be carefully supervised to avoid production of defective goods. The machines were making 12 revolutions per second, and if the thread suddenly broke, the girls had to bind it instantly. However, the employees were provided with employment benefits and accommodation in 90% of cases. Soon, Almaty Cotton Combine has become one of the most successful combines of the Soviet Union. 3 of its factories collectively produced up to 75 million linear meters of fabric per year. Its products were delivered to Russia, Ukraine, Italy, Spain, the USA, and Canada. Unfortunately, today this large city-forming combine no longer exists. With the collapse of the Soviet Union in the 90s, the factories stopped, cutting 10,000 jobs. Some of the workshops of Almaty Cotton Combine were transformed into a shopping center. Others were spontaneously taken down. And only the faded photos remind us of the glory of the once famous giant combine.